Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्ण. Hare Krishna, dear devotee. Today is Thursday. It is 1st of January 2026. It is Narayana Masa, Pausha Masa, Sukla Paksham, and Trayodasi Tithi. There are no Vaishnavas in the calendar. So apart from the new year's day. So we shall move into our digestion order. Om Namo भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. हरे कृष्ण. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Brahma is offering his prayers for his creative power, to get the creative power from the Lord. So in that sequence, Lord Brahma was yesterday he was praying to the Lord, addressing him that Nalinikshanaya. So, my dear Lord, your eye is just like a lotus petals. Early in the morning, as the lotus flower blossoms in the morning by looking at the sun. Uh, so, in similar way, I have appeared from your novel. So, in the lotus coming in a lotus flower. And then within that lotus flower, all these 14 planetary systems they are situated, and that is um, that is again it is situated within your abdomen. And now it is the time for all the living entities to carry out, and also you are also waking up. Your yoga nidra has come to an end. So likewise, Lord Brahma was praying to the Supreme Lord. Yanna vipadma bhavanad ahamasamidhya lokatrayopakarno yad anugrahena aham asamidhya. Idhya is you are my worshipable deity. And Lokatrayopakarano to create the universe, Yadanugrahena by your mercy. Tasmai namasta budrasta bhavaya yoga nidravasana vikasat nalinikchanaya. Nidravasana. It is end of your yoga nidra. Vikasat nalinikchanaya. So your eyes are blossoming like the lotus flowers. Now, today, he is again praying to the Lord to receive the mercy from the Lord. He is glorifying in that angle. Oh, my dear Lord, you are the only one maintaining all the planet systems, all this entire creation. And you are the only one who is the well wisher of everyone. And you maintain all your devotees by your mercy. I am also one of your those dear devotees. Likewise, Brahma is mentioning. So, in order to create this universe as it was before, please show me your mercy. So, bestow your mercy upon me, empower me. Likewise, Brahma is offering his prayers. And mentioning here, the Lord is he is the only one, Suhrudyeka Atma. Likewise, Brahma is mentioning. Okay, so many names have been addressing by Brahma here in this praise. Every shloka contains number of names. Suhrudyeka Atma. Okay, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 9, verse number 22. सोऽयं समस्तजगतां सुहृद् एक आत्मा तत्त्वेन यन्मृडयते भगवान् भगेन तेनैव मे दृश्यमनुस्पृशिताद्यताहं स्रक्ष्यामि पूर्वदिदं प्रणतप्रियोऽसौ सोऽयं समस्तजगतां सुहृद् एकात्मा. So I am that person. I am the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So I am Samasta Jagatam, and of all the universes, Samasta Jagatam, of all the universes, Suhrudyekatma, Suhrudyeka, the one friend and philosopher. Suhrudyeka Atma, the super soul. He is the only one friend and philosopher and well-wisher of all the living entities, for all the living entities existing throughout the universes, all the universes. Soyam samas jagatam suhrad ekatma satvena yan mrudayate bhagavan bhagena satvena, by the mode of goodness. Yan is one who mrudayate causes happiness. Satvenayan mrudayate bhagavan bhagena, Bhagavan the Supreme Personality of Godhead with 6 opulences. Aishwarya Vairagya Yesho Bodha Virya Shriya Purtam Aham Prapadhe. The 6 opulences. Aishwarya Vairagya Yeshaha Avbodha Virya Shriya. That is the summary of the Bhagena with the 6 opulences. Bhagavan Bhagena. Tena me drusham. Tene, by him, eva certainly. Drusham. Drusham is the power of introspection. Tene me drusham. Anusprushitad yataham. Anusprushitad. And let him give. Yataham. Yataham. As aham, I myself. Srakshami will be able to create Purvavad as it was before. As it was before. After the universe annihilation, whenever it is submerged into water, again coming into fresh, again previously how it was before, he wanted to create in the similar way again. Srakshami Purvad idam, this universe, Pranata Priyosau, and he is very dear to Asau. The Pranata is surrendered, Priyaha, dear, Asau, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is very dear to the surrendered souls. So likewise, Brahma is offering his praise. Soyam samas jagatam suhrudyekatma satvenayan mrayate bhagavan bhagena tenaiva me drushamanusprushatad yadaham srakshami purvadidam pranata priyosav. Okay, translation. Let the Supreme Lord be merciful towards me. He is the one friend and soul of all living entities in the world, and he maintains all for their ultimate happiness. By his 6 transcendental opulences, may he be merciful towards me so that I, as before, may be empowered with the introspection to create, for I am also one of the surrendered souls who are dear to the Lord. Okay, purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can request Swarup Prabhuji to read the purport if Prabhuji is available.
Prabhu, so sorry, I'm driving, Prabhu.
Sure, Prabhuji, that's fine, Prabhuji.
Sorry.
Asha Mataji, would you like to read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. The Supreme Lord, Lord Purushottama of Sri Krishna, is the main tenor of all, in both the transcendental and material world. He is the life and friend of all because there is eternally natural affection and love between the living entities and the Lord. He is the one friend and well-wisher for all. He is the one without a second. The Lord maintains all the living entities everywhere by his six transcendental opulences, for which he is known as Bhagavan, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Brahma prayed for his mercy so that he might be able to create the universe affairs as he did before. Only by Lord's causeless mercy could he create both material and spiritual personalities like Marsi and Narada, respectively. Brahma prayed to the Lord because he is very much dear to the surrendered soul. The surrendered soul knows nothing but the Lord, and therefore the Lord is very affectionate towards him. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So here in this, the Supreme Lord Purushottama, this is Purushottama in the previous shloka, Tasmai Namo Bhagavate Purushottamaya. Deme nidasta Vishyopi Avruddha Dehaha, Tasmai Namo Bhagavate Purushottamaya. Okay, so he's addressing the Supreme Lord Purushottama, Sri Krishna is the maintainer of all in the both transcendental and material worlds. In the spiritual worlds, yatra chadhyapamanaste Bhagavan Shabda Gocharaha Sattvam. So he maintains all his living entities by his glances, in the spiritual world. And here in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, like again, Bhoktaram Yajnatapasam Sarvalokanam Skrutam Suhradam Sarvabhutanam Dhatva Mam Shanti Mruchati. He is the only one who is well wisher of everyone, and he is only the Lord. He maintains everyone. And from he expands himself into so many forms like the Chaturvyuha, the quadruple Vasudeva, Sankrishna, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. And then later on, Narayana, again second quadruple. Later on, he expands himself as a Karunadaka Sai Vishnu, Jagurhe Paurusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahadadibihi, Sambhotam Sodasakalam, Ado Lokshishrukshaya. And then later on, here as a Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, Karunadaka Sai Vishnu, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, who creates and then he gives opportunity for all the living entities to accept a new body. Aparimeyam itispanyam swastyam yonah parah puman. This is apare mitispanyam Jiva Bhota Mahabaho ye dharite jagat. Jiva Bhota Mahabaho ye dharite jagat. Apare Metispanyam Vidyame Prakritim Param. Living entities, though they belong to the spiritual world, but they take the bodies in this material world. Jiva Bhota Mahabaho Yedam Dharite Jagat. For to give material bodies and then the uh, providing all the necessities, the earth, water, fire, and then so much of vegetation, fruits, flowers, and everything for their maintenance. And the living entities in the forest, in the water, in the land, in the air, in all places, they find their own livelihood. So the Lord arranges. He is the maintainer of all in both transcendental and spiritual worlds. He is the life and friend of all because there is eternally natural affection and love between the living entities and the Lord. So we are part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mamayvamsha Jivaloke Jivabhutaha Sanatanaha Manasastani Indriyani Prakrutistani Karshati. Because we are part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we are struggling in this material world for material existence. Okay, so he is always compassionate to his particles, his children. So he is the one, and there is a natural affection. Tam jiva karma padavim anuvartamanaha. And also he is looking on the living entities, their activities, their intentions, what they want to do, what they wish, uh, how they are going to do. So everything he is always witnessing. So he is Upadrashta, Anumanta cha, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwaraha, Paramatmiri chapyukto, Purushaha Prakrute Paraha. He is always witnessing the living entities' activities. But at the same time, he is the there is a eternally natural affection and love between living entities and the Lord. He is the one friend and well-wisher for all, and he is one without a second. Eko Bahunam Vidati Kaman. He is the only one who maintains everyone. Uh, so that likewise our Upanishads also mentions. The Lord maintains all living entities everywhere by his six transcendental opulences. This is Aishwarya, Vairagya, Yasho, Avbodha, Virya, Shriyam. Purtam, incomplete. He is for which he is known as Bhagavan or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the definition of Bhagavan. Six opulences. Aishwarya, Vairagya, Yashaha. So full all opulences, Aishwaryam, Vairagya, all detachment or renunciation. Yashaha, all famous. Yasha, Aishwarya, Vairagya, Yashu, Avbodha, complete knowledge. Virya is the complete powerful. Shriya, and full of wealth or beauty. Okay, so this is the definition of Bhagavan. The Kapil Bhagavan says, Aishwarya Vairagyeshu Avbodha Virya Shriya Purtam Aham Prapadye. I offer my obeisances unto that Supreme Personality of Godhead who is in full with all these opulences. And Parashara Muni stresses the same statement in a different context. Prabhupada used to bring that verse most of the times. Okay, and also Yadhadvaitam Brahmopanishid Tadapyasat Anubha Yatmantaryami Purusheti Soshamsha Vibhavaham Shadaishwaryaihi Purno Yeha Bhagavan Sasvayamayam Na Chaitanyat Krishna Jagati Paratatvam Paramiham. Okay, Sukadeva Goswami, he quotes in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, he is the Shadaishwarya Purno, six opulences in full. Okay, and Lord Brahma prayed for his mercy so that he might be able to create the universal affairs as he did before. Okay, so the Lord is always merciful for his who is surrendered to the Supreme Lord, and only by the Lord's causeless mercy could he create both material and spiritual personalities like Marichi and Narada, respectively. So Narada's body, his body is kind of a spiritual body. Narada can go into the material world as well as the spiritual world, but it is not possible for everyone, like Narada Muni. So we would see so many of our Puranas, he can travel anywhere. Whenever Vyasadeva in his ashrama, that his ashrama is situated Semya Prasa next to the Saraswati river. At the time Narada Muni appears there before compelling Srimad Bhagavatam. And then by the time Vyasadeva has composed many Puranas and also Mahabharata as well. But he was not happy. During that time Narada Muni came and then uh, asked, "Oh, Vyasadeva, are you happy? How are you doing?" Like that. And then he interprets that you are not happy. Then Vyasadeva says, "Yes, my dear Lord. So, you are able to enter into the heart of all living entities. So, kindly find why I am not happy." Then Narada Muni says, but because you have not described the pastimes of the Lord completely. So you glorify Krishna, only Krishna. Then he compiled entire Srimad Bhagavatam. And then he asked, how do you remember? Narada Muni also, while he was explaining that instructions, in my past life, when I was son of maid servant, I have served the devotees, and then I have taken the prasadam left over by those devotees, and then I became Tadharma evatmurchihi prajayate. And whatever the Tadharma, ruchihi prajayate, those whatever the mood they have got, I also had inherited their qualities into me. And they gave the instructions of Sakshat Bhagavatoditam. And whatever the Lord spoken, the transcendental knowledge, they spoke directly to me. And then later on, I was meditating on the Lord, and then in due course of time, I was able to see the Lord, but only once. But Lord says that until you completely purified, you do not see me again. And then in due course of time, Narada Muni, he was glorifying the Lord in his previous life. In due course of time, he left his body. And in the next day, when Brahma was creating, at that time, he also created Narada Muni. Narada Muni appeared, and he was able to remember past life and the current life. Likewise, there is a very beautiful, he's a spiritual personality. He says, I got this, I remember everything, and this body does not deteriorate. Narada's body will not deteriorate. It is a spiritual body. And also, Brahma created other personalities like the Swayambhu Manu, many Satarupa, those personalities, but they are all not like the Narada body. He created all personalities, material and spiritual personalities. And Brahma prayed to the Lord because he is very much dear to the surrendered soul. And Lord is always inclined to his devotees. He is very, and who are all controlling their senses, their activities, surrendering themselves to the Supreme Lord. Manmana bhava bhakto madhyajim namaskuru mam yevasi yuktayam atmanam matparayanaha. Those are the devotees of the Lord. And he is always inclined to those devotees. And the Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter, Bhakti Yoga, he mentions, so whoever is equal to all the living entities, who is compassionate, who is kind, who is not agitated during the good and bad circumstances, he is very dear to me. Who is surrendered to me, he is very dear to me. Likewise. Sadho hridayam mahyam sadhonam hridayam tvaham madanyatye na jananti naham tebhyo managapi. I am in the heart of those devotees, they are in my heart. They don't know anything about me, and I do not know anything. So myself, likewise, the relationship between devotees and the Lord, it is so intimate. Tam priyamanam samupasitam kavim prajavisargi nijasanaarhanam. Tam priyamanam. And tam priyamanam samupasitam kavim. Kavim is Lord Brahma. In the similar context, it is Sukadeva Goswami described how Brahma he meditated, and then Lord was very pleased with Lord Brahma. Tam primanam samupasitam kavim praja visargye nijasanaarhanam. In order to create the secondary creation, praja visargye nijasanaarhanam, Brahma is the qualified person, understanding that because he has performed tapasya, austerities for very long time. That's why he is very dear to the Lord. Tam priyamanam samupasitam kavim praja visargye nijasanaarhanam. भवाशीषत् स्मितसोषाघिरा प्रियः प्रियं प्रीतमनः करे स्पृशन् प्रियः प्रियं प्रीतमनः करे स्पृशन् प्रीतमनः. Pritam is most dearest, and then he gave even handshake to the Brahma as well. Kare sprushan, that is, whenever we meet the dearest devotees, then dearest friends or dearest ones, then we give handshake like that. Prahva abhivadana aslesha karasparsha smita ikshanaihi, in a different ways, smiles and looking hugs, hugging, and in a different ways reciprocating. If the people are so many people, just with a glance, ikshanaihi, and then there comes a little bit more friends, smiles, likewise. Okay, so here the reciprocation is Brahma is one of the surrendered souls. So that's why he is very dear to the Lord as well. The surrendered soul knows nothing but the Lord, and therefore the Lord is very affectionate toward him. So this is again in the Bhagavad Gita also Krishna stresses the devotees who are spreading this Krishna consciousness. They are very dear to me. Who is speaking Bhagavad Gita to others? They are very dear to me. Kashyami Priyakruttamaha. Priyakruttamaha. They are carrying out the activity which is so dear to the Lord. Priyakruttamaha. That's why they are very dear to the Lord. Okay, so likewise, Brahma is mentioning in the angle glorifying the Lord to get his mercy, Lord's mercy unto him so that Brahma can create. Okay, that is one beautiful shloka. Soyam samas jagatam suhrad ekatma sattvena yan mrudayate bhagavan bhagena tenaiva me drushamanu sprushita jitaham srakshami purvadidam pranada priyosau. Okay, can I request dear devotees kindly follow line by line behind me wherever it is possible. सोऽयं समस्तजगतां सुहृद्येक आत्मा
सोऽयं
जगतां
समस्तजगदात्मा
सत्त्वेन यन्मृडयते भगवान् भगेन
सत्त्वेन यन्मृडयते भगवान् भगेन
तेनैव मे दृशमनुस्पृशिताद्यताहम्
तेनैव मे दृशमनुस्पृशाद्यताहम्
द्रक्ष्यामि पूर्वदिदं प्रणतप्रियोऽसौ
श्रश्यामि पूर्ववदिदं प्रणतप्रियोऽसौ
Again. सोऽयं समस्तजगतां सुहृद्येक आत्मा
सोऽयं समस्तजगतां सुहृदेक आत्मा
सत्त्वेन यन्मृडयते भगवान् भगेन
सत्त्वेन यन्मृडयते भगवान् भगेन
तेनैव मे दृशमनुस्पृशिताद्यताहम्
तेनैव मे दृशमनुस्पृशाद्यताहम्
रक्ष्यामि पूर्वदिदं प्रणतप्रियोऽसौ
रक्ष्यामि पूर्वदिदं प्रियोऽसौ
Once more. सोऽयं समस्तजगतां सुहृद्येकात्मा
सोऽयं समस्तजगतां एक आत्मा
तत्त्वेन यन्मृडयते भगवान् भगेन
सत्त्वेन यन्मृडयते भगवान् भगेन
तेनैव मे दृशमनुस्पृशताद्यताहम्
तेनैव मे दृशमनुस्पृशाद्यताहम्
रक्ष्यामि पूर्वदिदं प्रणतप्रियोऽसौ
श्रश्यामि पूर्वदिदं प्रणतप्रियोऽसौ
Very beautiful. Thank you so much. Can I request Usha Mataji to recite the shloka?
Okay, very good. सोऽयं समस्ता जगतां सुहृदेक आत्मा सत्त्वेन यन्मृडयते भगवान् भगेन तेनैव मे दृशमनुस्पृशता यथाहं चक्ष्यामि पूर्वमिदं प्रणतप्रियोऽसौ.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you very much.
Garinki Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Soyam samasta jagatam suridadikatma satyena yanmridayate bhagavana bhage tanaiva midisha manusprisatadyataham srasyami purvavadidam pranata priyoso. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so ayam samas jagatam suhridekatma satpenayan brudete bhagwan bhagena tenaive me dushamanus yataham srakshami purvad idam pranata priyo. So, can I request Jai Mataji to recite, please?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can you just give me 2 minutes, please? Can you ask somebody else, please?
Yes, Mataji. Asha Mataji, please.
Krishna Prabhupada. Zoyam samasta jagadam sukrut ega atma satvena yam hridayade bhavan bhagena tenaiva me drishyam anushprashat yadaham srashyami purvavat idam pranada priyo sav priyo sav.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Sarinya Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Soyam samashta jagatam suhridega atma satvena yan hridayate bhagavan bhagena tenaiva me drishamanusprashatat yatakham srakshyami purvavadidam pranata priyosav.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Lalita Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Soyam samasta jagatam suhrideka atma satvena yan mridayate bhagavan bhagena तेनेन मे दृष्टिमनुस्पृशसात् सदात् यथाहं स्रक्ष्यामि पूर्वदिदं प्रणत प्रियोऽसौ. हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. We've had Jai Mataji now. Prabhavati Sachi Mataji, are you available, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Soyam samasta jagatam suradeka atma satvena yam hridayate bhagavan bhagena tenaiva medrisham anusprishadat yataham sakshami purvavadidam pranata priyaso. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji, would you like to recite this shloka?
Yes, I'll try, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Soyam samasta jagatam sahadev atma satvena yamunyate bhagavan bhagena teneva me drishya manuspushastadhya thaham sakshami purvava didam pranata priya asho.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Jai Mataji, would you like to recite? No?
Yes, sorry, Prabhuji, I was moving from one room to the other. Okay, I'll try, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Soyam samasta jagatam suhrad eka atma satvena yan hridayate bhagavan bhagena tenaiva me drisham anusprishatad yathaham srakshyami purvavad idam pranata priyoso. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Very beautiful. Okay. Okay, anyone else is remind and is available to recite? Okay, so that is the beautiful shloka. Soyam samas jagatam suhrad ekatma satpenayan mrudayate bhagavan bhagena tenaive me drishamanusprushatadhyataham srakshami purvavad idam pranata priyosav. Okay, very beautiful. Okay, that is Jai Mataji. Would you like to read the translation as well, Mataji?
Yes. Let the Supreme Lord be merciful towards me. He is the one friend and soul of all living entities in the world, and he maintains all for their ultimate happiness by his 6 transcendental opulences. May he be merciful towards me so that I, as before, may be empowered with the introspection to create, for I am also one of the surrendered souls who are dear to the Lord. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Okay, we shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today letter to Mukunda, February 4th, 1971, Allahabad. Okay, can I request Meena Mataji to read this letter, please?
My dear Mukunda, please accept my blessing and offer the same to your good wife Janki. I am in due receipt of your letter dated 5th December 1970, along with pictures of Regent Park and land and Finchley Road, but I have not yet received the registered packet containing certified memorandum and articles of association. Anyway, we have now obtained registration of our society in India, Bombay, and tax exceptions also. Now we have got our place in Mumbai and we are getting another in Calcutta very soon. In regards of Regent's Park land, we are taking steps to contact Sri Kana Singh, who is already known to Guru Dasa. In that way of obtaining royal favor is very good. I think Sri Singh will like to help us in this matter. So let us see what Krishna's desire. In the meantime, continue to work from your end as far as possible. I am so glad that you have decided to return as president of our London temple. I consider London as our prime center for spreading Krishna consciousness movement. So it is very important center, and I therefore wanted that you take charge of the affairs and see that things are always improving. Offer simply offer all your talents and energies in this service of the Lord, and know that Krishna promises that for one who surrender fully unto him, he fully protected such devotee from all kinds of material distress and sinful reactions. I hope that Janki will join you in this work, and you set the example of ideal householder in Krishna consciousness. I have also received one letter from Janki and I am replying her separately. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Reciprocal.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
Yeah, so Prabhupada is mentioning that he was just waiting, like, some related the Regent's Park and Finchley Road, some registration, but it was not received. But he was acknowledging that yes, he has received like registration for the Bombay, uh, uh, of your society in India in Bombay, and so, yeah, he was just acknowledged that. And secondly, he was talking that he's just saying that some like Sri Kana Singh, who will helping towards the registration regarding the Regent's Park, and uh, and then he was mentioning that like what Krishna desire, like it will happen that way. And so like Mr. Singh is happy to help regarding this matter. And then he just said continue working towards this. And then he was very pleased that Dear Mukunda has taken like president of London, and he was also mentioning that London is the center for like spreading Krishna consciousness. And so he's Prabhupada is also mentioning that if you do the Krishna's work, the Krishna is always help regarding material distress or any and take out from the sinful reaction, and helps towards the material distraction as well. So, and then he's just mentioning that, and he's also mentioning that Janki was also will be joined with you, and he was mentioning that you are householder and you are good example, and giving like even though you are householder, still you are in the Krishna consciousness and you are president and all this. So he's admiring about that as well, that householder can be also can do the work, and even the householder lots of responsibility, but still do the Krishna consciousness and doing all this work. So yeah. So yes, Prabhuji, that's something.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely summarized this letter. Thank you so much. Any other comments, dear devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have one question, Prabhuji.
Yes,
So he
Mataji.
mentioned like London is the main center for Krishna conscious. Is this the current current also is the same thing for entire world? This is the main center.
So during that time, London is the center point for the entire world. So likewise, it is the main center. And New York and Los Angeles, Boston, and those are the main centers as well. And here from the UK, this is London and also Europe as well. Likewise, many centers were established, so, but those were the prime during that time. Now later on, the Mayapur temple, it was built and then it is bigger, and then Bombay temple and also many other temples have been emanated, and they're also big enough. So every temple is in a way prime. Every temple is a prime for spreading Krishna consciousness.
Okay, so there is no such like country-wise one big temple, something like earlier it was there, right? It's not there, right? That's what I understood, right, Prabhuji? That's correct, Prabhuji.
It is so London was the prime center. So as of that time, it was establishing temples during that time. So if you look at the time here, it is 1971. So ISKCON was established in 1965, and then it's just only 6 years, and then Prabhupada started in America, and then gradually in the New York. So Matchless Gifts where it started, and then it is spreading, opening different centers by Srila Prabhupada's disciples. And Prabhupada used to go there and then establishing the rules and regulations, initiate the devotees, install the preachers and also priests. Likewise, so at that time it is fresh. So Prabhupada was mentioning that I consider London as our prime center for spreading Krishna consciousness movement. So it is very important center because in previously some of the Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami disciples, they have come try to spread Krishna consciousness, but it was not that much successful. Now Prabhupada is taking that one. It's very important.
Sorry, Prabhuji. Yeah, I got it, Prabhuji. So for India, which is the main center, Prabhuji, at the
So
moment?
main center in what aspect? Like for the temple perspective, it is the Mayapur, and from the administrative perspective, Mumbai, and then later in Paramhamsa perspective, it is Vrindavan. And the mood perspective again, it is going to Mayapur. Mood, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mood that he is absorbing himself in the mellows. That mood, it is a mood of separation. And in the Vrindavana, mood of jubilation because everyone is Radhe Radhe Krishna. Thakurji, likewise, that mood is different. So, in different aspects, every center is a Bombay is administration perspective and also the headquarters.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you.
Okay, in different aspects, every temple has got its priority.
Yes.
think
Because I
like-
have a question, Prabhuji, because in Bangalore there are big ISKCON temple.
Yes.
This was why I'm mentioning that biggest they were saying is Bangalore. when I went there. This said.
Yes,
Mhm.
Bangalore, it is again, it is kind of another independent center, independent center. It is not linked to Bombay because they are maintaining themselves separately.
No, recently also one come up, Prabhuji, that is also not been connected to the Bombay Center, you mean to say? One is in Yeshwantpur, one is in recently in Bannerghatta Road is also been constructed, one of my friends said. That is also be the same thing, they are operating independently or it's been connected to?
That is related to the Akshay Patra, I think, in Bangalore.
Yes, Akshay Patra is ISKCON Bangalore. So sometimes we may come across the temples in two streams. One is maintained by ISKCON Bangalore and one is maintained by ISKCON Mumbai. For many of those centers in India, ISKCON Mumbai is the headquarters. And ISKCON Bangalore, they are also establishing many temples again. But everyone are spreading Prabhupada's mission. From the administration perspective, their approach is little bit different. That in terms of the Guru Parampara, ISKCON Bangalore is they have one of the letter of Srila Prabhupada's, I think July 9th, 1977. So they're taking that Ritvik system as the Prabhupada's design and then spreading that way. But ISKCON Mumbai, they're following the Shastric perspective and Srila Prabhupada's previous instructions throughout his lectures that Guru Parampara needs to be continued. Okay, that administration perspective, but spreading Srila Prabhupada's movement, it is taken by two different ways. But we are mainly with the Shastra, Srila Prabhupada's previous instructions, not just only based on one letter. But they are taking that Srila Prabhupada is our spiritual master. No one else we accept. So we accept as the Ritvik system. Likewise, they are spreading. But spreading is everyone are working for Krishna only, Srila Prabhupada only. But their mood is little bit different.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, so but from our perspective, our Sangha, we are just going with the global GBC, Governing Body Commission, where all devotees come together based on the Shastra, based on the Srila Prabhupada's instructions, and evam parampara praptam imam rajashe viduhu. This is the knowledge will be transferred from bona fide spiritual master to the disciples as it is. And one should accept the living spiritual master. I cannot take Krishna as my spiritual master, who you where you may not have directly associate Krishna, and then you may think something else. That's why one has, and also humbleness. We need to be very humble. Trunadapi sunijena tarorapi sahishnuna. And that instructions should be coming from the living spiritual master. That's why we associate with this living spiritual master. And then, but that chain must be authenticated. But in the other side, there is ISKCON Bangalore. So as Srila Prabhupada has appointed around 10 to 12 Ritviks, so they can initiate the disciples on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. But it was happened when Prabhupada was not well. So during that time, it was all right. But once Srila Prabhupada disappeared from this world, and then that was a temporary arrangement, but they're continuing as it is. That whoever now also some of them they can pose themselves that I am the disciple of Srila Prabhupada. But Srila Prabhupada is a Siksha Guru for everyone. And for the initiation perspective, he gave instructions to the tape records and recordings. But now Prabhupada is not here in this world physically. Those instructions based on the Shastra, we need to follow. Evam parampara praptam imam rajashi viduhu, bona fide spiritual succession. Otherwise, this how does that succession would continue? And even if, for example, if Ritviks are there, Prabhupada appointed 12 Ritviks, what happens to if those Ritviks, appointed Ritviks, they are disappearing from this world? And who will appoint another Ritvik? So there is a missing of logic in that side. Okay, but here, this is the authenticated and as per the Shastra, as per Prabhupada's instructions. Okay, they have got a little kind of evidence that one Prabhupada's letter, they're going in that way. But from administration perspective, there may be small things, but from the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada perspective, everyone are on the same, following the four regulative principles, chanting 16 rounds, spread Krishna consciousness movement, books are the basis. Everything else is consistent with everyone. Hare Krishna. Okay, any other comments, dear devotees?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, yeah. So just a few days ago, I came across something like that as well, and I was surprised because there was a mention that the disciples, some of the closest disciples, approached Prabhupada and said, "After you have gone, who will initiate all these other devotees?" Because they were getting so many requests, and then I think at that time, Prabhupada agreed to name 11, is it 11 Ritviks to do that. But because the question from the closest disciples was that after you've gone, and if we initiate them, then would they be considered as our disciples or yours, something like that. So I was just reading about that, and it was quite interesting to know that. So then hence he appointed 11 Ritviks to, and he I don't know whether I'll be.
Yeah.
So he said, if I would I be able to read very quickly?
Yes, Mataji. Let me just-
Srila, so 5 or 6 of us, we asked him, Srila Prabhupada, after your departure, if we accept disciples, whose disciples will they be? Your disciples or mine? And then Srila Prabhupada then said that, all right, I will appoint so many. So I think he then appointed 11 and he started to name them. But, and he made it very clear that they are his disciples.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're Srila Prabhupada's disciples. But
Yes. Even though other Ritviks would be initiating other people, they would be his disciples.
that's right.
Yes. Yeah.
But that is a temporary arrangement.
Yes.
So here, this is the list of the people that was mentioning in the July 9th, 1977, which is taken by prime source for ISKCON Bangalore, and they're continuing
Yes.
their mission.
Yes.
But what if, so out of this thing, out of this list, only Jaipatak Maharaj is here.
Yes.
And once everyone disappears, what about that? Okay, so this is the question. Logic is missed.
Mhm.
Okay, but anyway, let's not go into those angles.
Mm.
It is just only admitting because it's some logic is missing. But actually, there are many. This is only one evidence for themselves to continue in that way. But there are so many from Shastra perspective. This is not supported. It is a temporary arrangement. Otherwise, throughout history, we see so many of those things. Like we do not say that someone is going to initiate on behalf of me. But it is a temporary arrangement because Prabhupada was not able to travel to each and every town, or he is not well. Yeah, that is a temporary arrangement. When Prabhupada was present, that is valid. No, Prabhupada is not present. Now that is, we need to follow the Shastra perspective. Again, Shastra perspective means, so what happens this one? If these people are eternal people, that is all right. These Ritviks. And if one of the Ritvik is no more available, and who is going to appoint? Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Sorry, and going back to that letter, I got the impression that he was not this letter, the letter that we were reading, that he has very high regard for Janki Devi.
Yes.
Janki Devi and the sister, both of them, they took the movement to another level through their kirtans and through their cooking and everything. So, and the fact that he's writing separately, he's addressing in capital letters in the beginning of the letter, it's like he has very high regard for her.
Yes. Yeah, those 6 couples and Murari and yesterday's letter to Murari as well. Everyone they have worked very hard to establish ISKCON London. Okay, Prabhupada is appreciating those things. And thank you, Mataji. Any other comments, questions, devotees? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And also Prabhupada is mentioning that you said the example of ideal householders in Krishna consciousness. This is what we needed. It is not that everyone will go and become sannyasis. So there is a strategy that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami followed, and he used to create sannyasis from the householders and preach. And whereas Srila Prabhupada making brahmacharis as grihasthas, ideal grihasthas, and preach Krishna consciousness. This is where it goes most successful. And because householders, everywhere, somewhere other in this age of Kali, taking sannyasa is also a big challenge. And to maintain those principles, it is a challenge. But one has to go gradually move from one ashrama to another ashrama. Brahmacharya and grahastha, vanaprastha, and then sannyasa. But immediately if we take sannyasa, to maintain that sannyasa, it is a big challenge because the senses are so strong in this age of Kali. So, but ideal householder life, it is a perfect example. The Prabhupada has followed those devotees like Gurudas, Yamuna Devi, Mukunda, Janaki, Shyam Prabhuji, and many of those disciples of Srila Prabhupada. They worked very hard as a ideal example of ideal householders in Krishna consciousness. It is everyone can follow in this example. यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठः तत्तद्देवेतरो नरः स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते प्रमाणं लोकः तदनुवर्तते. Everyone will follow the same example. Okay, so thinking that it is not disturbing my family life, so it is so happy. Likewise, they take it and then live happily and perfect the human life. Krishna consciousness only it will remove unnecessary activities from our life. That's all. Our duties and the family relations, they would stay as they are. as long as father and mother both are Krishna consciousness. If one is not a devotee, then there is a imbalance, and they will drag us from Krishna consciousness, and we wanted to pull into Krishna consciousness. So little bit, but still that is also a transcendental thing. It happens by the divine arrangement as well. In due course of time, everyone will become Krishna consciousness. That is ultimate. But we have to be tolerant and patient because Asat, it will not stay for longer. Though time being they are not inclined, and at the end only Krishna consciousness wins. Krishna kalos me aham mrityuh sarvasya aham. Lord will appear as a mrityu, but everyone will change to Krishna consciousness. They definitely at the end they must come to Krishna consciousness. There is no other option. Okay, so but what that is asat, it is a temporary conceptions. If they are holding on to temporary conceptions even at the end of their lifetime without realizing, then they will take another birth. But if they have some rather associating with the devotees, they understand what is going to be their next birth. Their perceptions would change in the last moments by the association. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter and from the announcements point of view. So today is Thursday at 8 p.m. We have got Krishna book reading at 8 p.m. Okay, that is our upcoming event. Apart from our daily evening japa session at 6:30 p.m. And dear devotees, and as it is a new year, there are so many celebrations are happening in different temples.
Yeah, I just want to share, like, because every year I'm in London, like, and go to the London temple and Bhaktivedanta temple, like, to celebrate New Year Eve, like, with Krishna. So this time I was just said I missed that because I'm in India. And so, and I just went, but if you have desire, if you have something inside, Krishna will arrange. So we just went to the temple, ISKCON temple in Ahmedabad, and they was doing whole night, like, this celebrating event because it's Ekadasi here in India. So also New Year Eve. So yeah, so we have done whole night kirtan over there, and so many like people gather, and it was so nice. So I thought just share with you, once you have some desire to, like, you miss something, then Krishna arrange.
Yes,
So yeah,
very
it
beautiful.
was very nice. Yeah, it was very nice here in ISKCON temple. We also went, like, Dakor. I don't know whether you heard about, like, Ranchol, right? When Krishna has in battlefield run away, when Charasang, at the time we went to the Dakor, like Ranchol. So we went there first, and then I thought I want, like, to go to ISKCON temple in Ahmedabad to just to darshan, but they said no, we have whole night kirtan and everything, so we just stayed there. Me and one of my sister. So yeah, it's very nice.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. So they were ISKCON temples, they are the oases in the deserts. You do not find, if you go to some Hindu temples, you don't find all the pure devotees there. Everyone will come with so many different desires. I want to have good year, something like that. But in Krishna consciousness, they're always transcendental. That is the only place. And staying with such kind of devotees and the new year, it is so auspicious. And to please Krishna, and it is so happy moments as well. Thank you, Mataji. Any other comments? Question? Any other updates?
I was just going to say Pavan Prabhuji is doing a retreat at the manor, isn't he?
Yes, Pawan Prabhuji,
So blessed.
he will be there 2 weeks and then he's Be Among Challenge.
Yes, yes.
It is so blissful to be with the devotees. And we need to hear from Pawan Prabhuji after once Prabhuji comes.
Yes, he'll be a completely transformed person.
Yeah, Prabhuji, it is.
He's already transformed, but even more so.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, and any devotees like if you are chanting on the beats, very nice. Maintain all the 16 rounds on the beats. Follow 4 regulative principles strictly, and New Year should bring something into our life new. Of course, it will not change entirely, but we need to change something.
So it's just I have done like Mangala Aarti, finish with Mangala Aarti, New Year. So it was nice starting year with Mangala Aarti in
Yeah, very
temple.
nice.
It was good.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, if everyone is happy, if no more further updates, Lalita Mataji, you wanted to add anything, Mataji?
No, Prabhuji, we all went one thing which I have to add. So, we all went to me and Pawan Prabhuji, our family went to Manchester Prabhuji on Sunday. I think Sunday. Yeah, Bhagavad Gita recitation was there, Prabhuji. It was very nice. So, yeah, as you said, someone said right. So, Prabhuji has completely transformed. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I too felt like the same thing.
Yes, Mataji. Uh, I hope you have also been transformed, Mataji. You are very sincere coming to the devotee Japa Association, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, so this is when it comes to the the 4 regulative principles, chanting 16 rounds, and the Japa beats. Okay, so this is what called perfection, but the realizations will go within the heart. You would realize day to day what is happening, what is in the Shastra.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। कृष्ण कॉन्शियस एवरीवन।
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
जय कृष्ण। जय श्री कृष्ण।